It's not Jay Leno anymore.
No, I don't even know who it is.
I don't know either.
I don't stay up that late anymore.
I do. So I'm at the airport, and no, not hopping on an airplane as usual, doing something we really I don't know that I've ever done it. I actually got a rental car, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. We've got a 12-hour drive, and we are headed to Lutz Race Cars. Y'all are gonna see some cool stuff. Let's hit the road. Folks, y'all are going to see a series of videos coming from me and Jeff, and CRC has a ton to do with this happening. So CRC, every mechanic knows what it is. If you don't know what it is, you need to. Greatest brake clean on the planet. Like I say, Murder Nova uses the silicone. We use it all the time on everything on the top fuel car. You've started using it.
It's amazing.
Years ago.
My engine builder absolutely loves it now. So
it's good stuff. And I mean, they not only got all these products, they got a ton of others. Y'all go check it out, crcindustries.com. And we're not trying to make a commercial here. This is about a really super special project.
Yep.
Some of you may or may not know, but I lost my son in 2015, my youngest, to a motorcycle crash. And his truck, which was my truck, so it was a hand-me-down. This guy here knew I was kind of starting to hop it up a little bit and got totally carried away, and we'll get into that. And it's going to be cool, it's going to be different, and thanks to the folks at CRC, we're going to show all of you. We're going to let it out to the world. It's been a private project between me, Jeff, and Jeffrey, and my wife and his wife, but this thing's fixing to get with the program, and we're actually revealing it to the world right now. And before I let you start talking, I just want to get everybody up to how we got to this point. And so Dalton's truck, 04 four-door Dodge 1500, it's got probably 200,000 miles on it. It was named by all of his buddies Dently. You got to remember, I give this truck to a 16-year-old kid, and there wasn't a spot on it that wasn't dented, so it naturally became Dently. And we've got tons of stories to tell, which we're not going to get into all of them here, like the truck ended up in a pond, stuff like that. We're not going to get into all that stuff
I can vouch for that one. We pulled the carpet out of it. There was mud in there, so it definitely was underwater. So
there's stories to be told about this thing, but I want to get to how this truck ended up here at Lutz Race Cars. So I was on my way to the airport I don't know, like I said, this truck's been here.
It's a while,
It's been a while. You were there doing some testing at Memphis.
Yep.
I stopped by. Me and you knew each other, but it wasn't like we had each other's phone number kind of thing.
Yep.
And so you weren't real busy, and you waved me over, pulled a lawn chair, and we sat down, and I started asking you all these questions about doing a belt-driven charger on the front of this thing, and you're like, just turbo it. And I'm going to tell my version, then you can tell yours. I know I'm doing all the talking here. So
that's okay.
We're talking about this belt-driven boost system on the front. It's a name brand. I don't really, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's telling me, he's like, you need to turbo this thing. And I'm like, I just want to do this at home. It's not going to be done at the race shop. You know, I need something simple. And he's like, you need to turbo this thing. This is my version.
Yeah.
And I said, I just want to do this at home. He's like, I'll come to your house and help you. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to tell the truth. I was thinking about money. I really was. And finally, he's like, you do not understand what I'm trying to tell you here.
He wasn't listening.
I wasn't listening. I wasn't picking up what he was putting down. And he's like, I'm going to turbo this truck, and I will do it. And we're going to do this together. And so we exchanged phone numbers. I fly off to the racetrack. I kind of thought, you know, whatever. We all hear stuff at the racetrack, and I'm just, you know, telling the truth here. Well, the next thing I know, I get a phone call from Precision Turbo. I don't know Joe at the time from Precision Turbo, and he's like, Jeff tells me he's fixing to do a turbo on a special project, you know, and I'm like, wow, Jeff Lutz is not full of crap.
Hey, if I tell you it's gonna rain, you better have a raincoat.
So I assume at this point, Jeff's gonna come to the house, we're gonna put a turbo kit. And in the meantime, I found this Arrington Performance 426 Gen 3 Hemi I was able to get, and so we got that. So now our motor's immediately upgraded.
Transmission, TCI.
TCI, Turbo 400, gear vendor. We're getting ahead of the story here. So back to Memphis.
Yeah.
So what do you remember when we sat down to do that?
At some point.
I mean, you just kind of grabbed me, you know, us walking around the racetrack, and you knew nothing about this truck.
I remember us talking about the turbos. I don't remember when it ended up big tire, full cage. But it's blown way out of proportion now, but I think it's what you want. And when you told me that you wanted to do drag week with it, there's only one way to go. You want a big tire, you know. That now the Hemi stuff I don't know anything about. That's all you guys. But you know, as far as the story goes, you weren't listening. But I think after it's all said and done, I think you're going to be happy. And you know, I think we did Dently proud. And if your son was here to see it, he would just
he'd be freaked out.
Yep.
He'd be freaked out. And now this truck's not finished, and we are going to show it to you. But I kind of felt like, and you've said it to different people, you know, you kind of gravitated to this thing because of what you and Jeffrey did.
The story, absolutely.
You know, so
it's all about the story. Yeah. And, you know, for everything that you have done with Dalton, and, you know, you give him this truck, and it was his first truck, and you bringing it back, you know, after he's gone, you know, I wouldn't know what I'd do without him. And, you know, when you told me that happened to you, that struck home, you know. And not only that, you're a pretty good guy.
Oh, I don't know about all that. Donna might tell you different, but
I know she would say no.
Yeah, somehow, some way though, I can actually remember when me and you first started talking about roll cage. So Father's Day weekend, 2017, I won Bristol, my first NHRA.
That's right.
My first NHRA race.
Yep.
And I called. No, I didn't call. You called me because I won.
Yep.
You called me Monday morning. You said, you waited because you knew it was going to be crazy, hectic, busy with winning. And you called. We were talking about the race, and we were talking about the turbos that came in. You know, this thing's parts are starting to show up.
Yep.
And you said, you know, I know how you are because you're like me. We're going to go faster than what you thought. We should put a roll cage in this thing. And I'm like, well, we can't do that at the house. And he's like,
that's right.
Bring it to the shop. And so we're going to do stuff where we're showing how we got to the point we are, because the truth is I wasn't really YouTubing at the time. We've got a ton of pictures, a ton of things, and we'll do another video and kind of go through how we got to where we're at. But the truck made its way here, and this is kind of by memory, but I think like December of 17, January of 18. So the truck's been here for a little while. And and I don't know how, between the two of us, as much social media as we do, that it hasn't gotten out, but I have really laughed. There have been times when you've done YouTube stuff here where the truck's kind of in there, but not.
Yeah.
I know when Murder Nova came, you know, y'all did.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you did. I can't remember.
We did that deal with his car. I said, hey, make sure we don't get that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I got a few text messages here and there from like Dalton's buddies that, you know, like I saw Dently, you know. So anyway, folks, we can sit here and tell tons and tons of stories, and you are going to see more of it. Again, thanks to CRC, they knew about this project and they wanted to make it move forward. And I got about this much time in my schedule. Jeff's got about this much time in his schedule with all the television shows with the NHRA schedule. But we're going to make this thing happen. Yeah,
it's been a long road, you know, because the longer it's gone on, you know, the more TV shows I ended up doing. So my window has come to this narrow band now. So I just want to, I want it to be done, and I want your dream to come true. And the people at CRC are just absolutely amazing to make all that happen.
Yeah.
And they're great people.
It was still just amazing to me for them to reach out and say, you know, we want to make this thing happen. And now it kind of gives us a deadline. You know, this thing is going to be at SEMA this upcoming year. It will be at SEMA. And we've got some more stuff that we'll talk about with CRC and their 50th anniversary. They're going to, somebody's going to win a couple of tickets to go for a trip to the SEMA show, which is not a public show anymore. Yeah. Which is pretty cool. CRC's doing that, and that'll give you guys a chance to come to the SEMA show and see Dently completed.
And they'll come and see us.
Come and see us, exactly.
Come and hang out.
Exactly. We're always there. So, folks, we're going to show you Dently, and I want you to know that
that's first time ever.
First time ever, and it is a super special project. Again, it's certainly been personal to me, Jeff, Jeffrey, Christina, Donna, my sisters. You know, I mean, and all of Dalton's buddies. They've seen pictures of it, but I've always told them, don't share this. So this will be the first time this thing's been seen. It is not complete. We've still got a lot to do, but there's already been a ton done to this truck. We've got it sitting here on the lift. We're going to kind of give you a quick walk around, and then we'll raise it up, kind of show you underneath. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let's check out Dently.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. Dently.
First time.
First time.
It's kind of cool. It's cool that y'all are seeing it for the first time, and a lot of this Clay's going to see for the first time, because Junior and I have been really busy on this thing the past couple of weeks. So, like I said, my window is about this big, and we tried cramming everything into this small window. So, it's kind of cool. I'm very excited, and this is a project Jeffrey and I are very proud of, and I know Clay is too.
Oh, y'all have been doing the work. So let's just go right to the back and start and head to the front. Tell everybody what you did.
All right. So we had to put a roll cage in it, because when Rick Jones Quartermax sent us the rear half, the only way to get that to support off of the factory frame was to do a roll cage. So we did that. The steel wheel tubs, Junior did all of that. Those are from Summit. He made the tin work, the air motive fuel cell. That's just really cool. And Clay, hey, I know you wanted as much room as possible. You got room for luggage and people. Yeah.
And a 36-inch tire.
Yeah, and a 36-inch tire. Right. So it's kind of clean. It's kind of neat, you know. So it's cool. Like I said before, this is one of the first trucks we've ever done. Nobody around here wants truck stuff.
I'm a country boy.
Now, it's becoming a fad, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, the cage is all done. It was just certified yesterday, so we're good to go with this deal. And man, with all the parts that we ordered today,
next go round, we're gonna have a whole lot going on to show everybody. I love how y'all have. I mean, I know this is what y'all do every day. I'm a dragster guy. I'm not used to, all the suspension, which we'll show you guys. But the way you took the bars and tucked them in to come inside and then back out.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Jeffrey, kind of come back here and kind of zoom in on that. And
yeah, we had to bring it out for the fuel cell, because we went to damn near the factory frame out there, but that is right on top of the shocks. So that's normally where you put those.
I mean, it's just different. I love how y'all just shaped it all, and it looks really cool.
You think that's cool? The inside's really cool.
I mean, it's just amazing to me.
Tailgate still works, and that thing is heavy.
That thing is heavy.
That's wicked heavy.
I mean, just the simple little details like this. The way I mean, that just.
Yep.
It would have been simple enough just to put a plate on there or nothing.
You could have.
And the way y'all did that's just absolutely crazy.
I taught them the small stuff matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's you know, he's run with it. He's better than I've ever been. So
I think he's a little more patient than you.
I can't. Well,
I see Christine back here laughing about that one.
Drag racers.
Drag racers. We're
Yeah.
always in a hurry.
so come on over here. I want to show you. Well, there's the Deltas we were talking about with the Mickey Thompson tires. Amazing. And Stainless Works, man, they nailed it on this deal. Junior finished the exhaust through the bed. It's just super. We're gonna put the kill switch for the truck. Yeah, probably shouldn't tell everybody that. But the kill switch for the truck will be in there. Do you want to start at the motor, or do you want to do the inside first?
This is your reveal. It's
you know
our
what?
truck, but
All right, this is the cool part. There is so much roll cage in this thing. It's just absolutely amazing.
as per normal drag racers, we're working late and it's getting.
Yeah.
So I brought a light out.
So shoot it up.
I love how y'all did all that. I mean, this thing's got so many. We were laughing. Gussets.
Yeah.
This thing's
Everywhere.
gusseted everywhere.
Yep. Like I said, I want you to be safe. I'm sure it's overkill, but
It's just cool. It is so cool. Yeah, lots of roll cage in this thing. And it's certed for 850, is that correct, Jeffrey?
Yes.
850 cert right now, which
To start with.
to start
yeah.
with.
We went overkill on this because I know where you are.
You know what could be coming down the road? Exactly.
Yeah, we're looking for it.
Top fuel motor.
Yep. So, and this is what we're really proud of. Well, we're proud of the whole thing, but this is like the icing on top of the cake. This is, so Icebox sent us an intercooler that had exits and inlets on the other side, and I didn't want it that way because this had to go in the center for me. And like I said, this drives me nuts that the motor's over there, but so Junior went ahead and made me what I asked for. We cut the bottom out, so this feeds into this, and these go to the turbos. So it's just it's really cool how it turned out, and it fits the truck. So precision turbos on it, you know, precision wastegates, precision blow-offs. Junior finished the wastegates today. Race Part Solutions sent all the V-band clamps and everything.
Tubing.
Yep, the tubing. Stainless Works sent everything for the headers, the exhaust. Trying to think who else. We got a new radiator being made by Be Cool. So
Man, their stuff is so nice. You know, they just sent the radiator for Baby D, and man, it's nice.
yeah, they've been with us since day one, and all his stuff is amazing. And I love it because he's the one making it. Justin, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
You know.
So y'all will see some pictures because again, we're out here working this late. We pushed it out so you can kind of see it on the outside, but I'll add some pictures in to show. I kind of want you to talk about that, and I'll put a picture in right here. I'll put a picture in. But I kind of want you to talk about it. This is like a exhaust log.
Yes.
How would you describe that?
The header, I don't even know that it's an exhaust log. It's like a stock looking manifold, but it's made out of stainless and it goes to a turbo. So I did one other Hemi, and that's what I ended up doing, and I was like, man, that's perfect for Clay's truck. So these headers I was able to do. I asked my buddy Steve to bring a junkyard Hemi up. We put it on the engine stand. I sat there one afternoon. I had both those done in a couple hours. It was pretty easy to do. So
yeah, these late model Hemis, the exhaust is laid so flat.
yeah, and it hits, everything's in the way. You know what I mean? Like the steering, the A-arms. So it just made it easy to do what we needed to do.
I think it looks really cool. It's different.
It's clean.
It's clean and different. And
yep. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with everything, the way it's turned out. So
while we're under the hood here, everything's dirty because it's basically been, you know, a lot of cutting and grinding going on.
Yep.
But this thing has a Arrington 426 Hemi in it. It was a 6.1 crate motor to start life with. Arrington did a stroker kit in it, so it's now a 426 Hemi, which kind of fits me perfectly. I make my living with Chrysler
with
Hemis.
a Hemi, yep.
So it's got all the comp goodies in it, big old comp cam shaft in it. It's got MSD coils on it. You know, this thing's a dual plug deal, the late model Hemis, and we're excited. I mean, it's a solid roller, you know.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. You know, it's going to be really cool. And I know zero about turbos, and you and Jeffrey have been amazing. You know,
we got that part handled. I know nothing about the Hemis, so.
Well, I don't know about these Hemis, and that's why we got Mike Copeland involved, because that's what he does. And so once everything's done, and Jeffrey's going to wire this thing, and I'm excited about that. Y'all saw in the other videos, I don't know nothing about wiring, and Jeffrey's going to do all of that with the fast system.
Yeah.
And
the next time you see it, all this will be gloss black.
So you're going to do
everything's going out to get powder coated.
I think we're even doing the intake black. I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So Dalton loved everything, all this truck, all flat black, and I'll also put some. Well, we're going to do some more videos and show you as the truck made it to up here, kind of what we were talking about. We'll show some of that, talk about that in other videos. But this thing, once it's kind of done, me and Jeff are going to try to go together. With our schedules is crazy, but we want to take this thing to Arrington Performance and put it on their chassis dyno.
That'd be cool.
To just kind of get it dialed in so that I don't burn a piston out of it like I did Baby D.
What?
Not right away.
Well, all of this is brand new, so hopefully that's
it is all brand new.
You got a junkyard motor for Baby D, so, you know, all this
but I want to drive this more than 10 miles.
Yeah. But was it fun?
Oh, it was a fun 10 miles and 5 dyno pulls, you know. So.
Yep.
Well, guys, there's kind of the unveil of Dently. Like I say, very personal project. It's become personal to the Lutz family and my family and a lot of Dalton's friends, and we hope that it becomes a very cool project that you guys will care about as well. And we appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, and we definitely got to give a big thank you to CRC Industries for kind of prodding me and Jeff to get this project done.
They kind of put new spark to it.
They really did.
Yeah,
they really did. And again, you guys will be able to come to SEMA show next year and see Dently in person.
Yep.
And it will be ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. We're like pros at that, huh?
I know, you guys are getting good.